Good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster and I'm touching base with you as I always do every day, Monday through Friday, sometimes on weekends. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well on this. Yes, today is our Tip Tuesday and we're going to be talking about light and photography. So that's what we'll be doing today. It's all about light. And so it's Tip Tuesday. Let me just throw it up there so people know what's going on today. It's Tip Tuesday. Tuesdays when we do our photography tips. If you're new to our community, we do this on our Tip Tuesdays as well, photography tips. And so let's see who's in the building. Who's the first person in the building? Omar is the first person in the building. That's 2 days in a row. Woo! What's going on, Omar? How you doing? I see Jazzy is in the building. Good morning, Ron, she says. And I see David is in the building. Good morning, Ron. Before everyone goes political, I highly recommend a YouTube video, but out by Jared Poland on the photography aspect of the assassination attempt. Really good. Oh, I got to check that out, sir. I got to check that out. Maybe, let me see if I can bring that up on the screen. Hold on. Let's see. You say it's Jared Poland? Okay, let's see what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. See, we can do what we want to do here. We don't have any time constraints. We don't have any things that must happen. Let's see here. Jared, what is that? Let's see what that is. Hold on. Jared Poland. Okay, and oh, Jared. Hey, oh, I know Jared. Oh, okay, Mr. Jared. Okay, okay, cool. That. Hold on a second. Let me go back. Okay, okay, so good. We'll be able to share that. Okay, let's look at that. Let me just give that to you guys. Jared Pollan on the photography aspects of the assassination attempt. Okay, before we go politics, before we go all in. So this is recommended by David. Okay, let's let me remove this. Oh, no, that's the topic for today. Just so you know what the topic is for today: how to find good natural light in photography. Okay, now we're gonna go. Let me just remove that one piece here. Let me see. Add that to the stage. Let me see. Stop presentation, and now go presentation. Okay, here we go. And entire screen. Okay, so this is on YouTube. For those that Jerry is an amazing photographer and has lots of great tips on photography. He's the man with the big giant afro. That's what he's known for. I would say that's his trademark. He does a lot of product analysts. He analyzes products, talks about products, how good they are, how they don't meet up to what they say. But yeah, so check out his page. But there seems to be a show here. Photography breaks down historical Trump assassination attempt photos. So I'm going to look at that after. We won't look at it together, but at least you know it's there. Thank you, David, for sharing that with us. We photographers in the crowd, we can now go in. Was it Miller did such a good job, photographer. I forgot. I can't remember his name real quick. Dog, my memory is getting bad. My memory is not as fast when I am on my feet. Like click, 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 click. I used to be able to think things out really fast. So anyway, it's Doug Miller. There we go. Or Doug Miller. Okay. Anyways, there we go. Hey, I see in the building. We said good morning to Jazzy. And Jamel Shabazz is in the building. What's going on? Jamel is in the building. So good to see Jamel in the building. I see here Chris R is in the building. Good morning, she says. All Aya is in the building. Grand Rising Ron and everyone at RLP. Awesome. David says the video 17 minutes. Okay, we'll check that out on your own. Good morning, Ron says Rashawn. Miss RV is in the building. Says, good morning, Ron and LRLP family. Chris Baylor is in the building. What's going on, Chris? Excuse me. And Lisa is in the building. I missed you, Lisa. Yesterday, I was like, where's my Lisa? And you were not here. But anyway, you're here today, and I'm happy to see you. Hold on, my headset was sliding off. My headset. There we go. Okay, and I see Kelly A is in the building. Good morning, people. She says, Omar says he's been on YouTube before YouTube. Exactly. Jared Poland has been on YouTube since the founding of YouTube. He has so much. So yeah, he has so much content. And a really nice guy. I met him, I think, at B&H. They had a B&H event years ago, and I met him. Really nice guy. Michael Young is in the building. Good morning, brother Ron. It's Michael Young. Hey, Mike. Mike is in the building. We want Michael on. Michael is, we're trying to schedule Michael to be a guest for our Wisdom Wednesdays. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Elise is in the building. Good morning, she says. Good morning, Ron. And Trish is in the building. West Coast is in the building. When West Coast is in the building, I know it's not too early. It's not too early. It's not way too early. Elise says, good morning, everyone. And Chris says, a great reference for natural light photography is a book by one of our own. How say it? Abarianix Paero. Is that how you say it? Paero, because I know my E's. My E's are my A's in Spanish. Chasing the light. Yes. Yes. I think I saw not the book, but I think National Geographic featured him in one of their segments in the series called Chasing the Light. Yes, there is a series by National Geographic that used to be on National Geographic Channel. I'm not sure if it's still there. Years ago, called Chasing the Light, and it has 6 photographers and how they use light and what they do with light, like painting with light and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, Chasing the Light. Thank you, Chris. That's right. This is why community is important. We all contribute. Electrolytes up, Ron. Yes. Whew. It's so hot in New York. It's already hot. Can I say I do not function well in the heat? I just don't function well in the heat. But I push through. I keep pushing through. I'm so proud of myself that for the last 5 days, I did my 4-mile walks. However, today is much too hot. I just said, nope, it's not going to get done today. Today's going up to 97 as a real temperature. And then the real field temperature today is going up to 102. I am not ready. And I have an event this evening to do. I have an event with the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce. So I'll be there, y'all. I'll be doing my ambassador duties. I have my absent note for you yesterday. Thank you, Lisa. And Amparo is in the building. She says Grand Rising, and Brian's in the building. He says good morning, fam. I love you guys. It's so good when I see all of you guys. You guys make my day. I tell you, you are part of my day. You are part of my day, and you are significant. If you ever feel less than significant, I want you to know you are significant to me because you make my day. Omar said, Chris says I was close in getting that word and getting the name out. Okay. Omar said, did Ron hit the rewind button? Oh, yes. So, yes, I read it is the truth. Yes. So, that's also that is by Michael Young. Michael Young is also saying we need to look at that. How about this? Again, we are live and we could do what we want. And how about let's go into his page? I think we can go to his page because I think you will like his Instagram page. I do believe I follow him. Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Let me see. This, yeah, this, can I share this with you guys? Can I share this with you all? Okay. Since we all talk, today's a photography day. So let's talk photography all day from the beginning. I know we got politics, but politics, we all know what's going on in the world in politics. So let's share this screen with you guys because I think you will like it. I think you will like this screen. That was a Biden. Here we go. Look at that. Look at, I mean, the photography is awesome. Let me put myself there. There we go. Look at his work. And I love, because my thing is the photographers that stand out to me in the world. Let me just get my cursor over here. We all have our thing that we love in photography. Some of us love landscapes. Some of us love fashion. Some of us love portraits. Some of us love sunsets. Some of us love water. Some of us love action. Some of us love racing. I have a thing for shadows and light. And I keep trying to get better at it, but I love watching and admiring the photographers that specialize in light and shadows. And this is a gentleman. His work is so beautiful. And it's all about light. Look at the shadows. Look at that. And I also have a thing for silhouettes. So anyway, I love silhouettes. Look at that. And you just walk around the city looking for shadows and light. And since that's our topic for today, this is a good way to start it. And the way light falls on different materials, light can make something textural, like have lots of texture. Light can make a dramatic scene. Light is what we chase. We photographers are light chasers. So anyway, this is let me just say the name correctly. Brian X. This is his page. Check it out. If you are not following him on Instagram, follow him. He is the real deal. His page is so full of amazing, beautiful work. Anyway, thank you guys for suggesting. I like that I can just stop and just give homage to some of these folks that are just amazing photographers, people that I love. Okay, let me just stop sharing that. Okay, there we go. I see here also. Oh, Chris has said he's working on the link. I will send a link. I will double check on the Nat Geo. It's on Netflix now. Oh, okay. Okay, great. I know I've seen it somewhere. He says also, Chris says also, he also hosts one long-standing podcast called The Candid Frame. Highly suggest listening. Look at that. This is a photographers and creative community. Here we go. We're giving information, helping each other grow. David says, we're finally cooled off to the high 80s, low 90s after a stretch of low hundreds out here in Cali. Just breathe. The heat. Well, we get big thunderstorms coming in tomorrow, and it's supposed to break the heat wave. And then we're gonna have regular temperatures for the next week after that in the 80s. I cannot wait. My brain is waiting for it because I am much slower in the heat. Chris says he is a friend of mine. Oh, really? From years back. Chris, maybe. Well, first of all, Chris, one, we probably need to have you on a Wisdom Wednesday. The summer months, we're probably kind of like just chilling out during this on our Wednesdays. and just really doing water cooler month, water cooler talk for the summer. I mean, if you want to come on a Wednesday, you're more than welcome to. Photographers out there, if you want to share your craft, want to share what you do, how you impact the community of photography, you're more than welcome. Just go into my link tree, go to the link in the top, and you can just actually say, it says, click, want to be on the show. You can click on that, answer the questions, and we will have you on. So, but Chris, I would love an introduction to your friend. Yes, I would love an introduction. I love meeting photographers. I am not one of those photographers that is like, I got to keep all knowledge to myself. And neither am I someone that is so. Now, I am an introvert as much as I am an extrovert. Right? We just learned this term, that I think this year, ambivert. Am I ambivert? Or, yeah, ambi. And, but I do love meeting other photographers. There is something beautiful about meeting other photographers and supporting their work. And when we all support one another, we all win together. Lisa says, if anyone is interested, the New Balance store has many sneaker deals for from Prime Day. Really? Did not know. I need sneakers because I do a lot of walking. I may have to go over to New Balance later on. I'll be in the city. David says, what city you reside in, says Trish. Okay. Kim is in the building. She says, hi, everyone. And I see Trish is in the building. Some love surf photography. Yes, I do love surf photography. As a matter of fact, I did my first surfing photography last year while in Delaware. Yeah, it's my first time photographing surfers. That was a lot of fun. It was totally out of my comfort zone. And but that's what we do as photographers. We keep trying new things. Remember yesterday we talked about burnout? One of the good ways to not be, I was to say, prevent or slow down burnout is to try new things. Try something totally out of your photographer's, what do you call it, tool chest. Kelly A says, thanks, Lisa. I'm way overdue for new sneakers. Okay, Chris says, Trish, I have things for surfing action. I chase that monster in my personal work for fun. Excellent. Okay, what time is it? I'm gonna make sure I stick to time today. And there's a lot going on. I got a lot of work to do today. Let's see here. Also, can I continue to make sure that if you are following this channel, if you enjoy what's going on here, if you are taking some of these lessons and you're learning from them, like, subscribe, and share. Share with your friends. That's the greatest way. I mean, and the great thing about our Touch Base Daily community is that every day is not the same subject, right? Right? We have Motivation Monday. We have Tip Tuesdays. We have Wisdom Wednesdays, or Water Cooler Wednesdays now. Thursdays, which is Trend Watch Thursdays, and Fridays, it's Focus Fridays. If any of those that singularly you attend, maybe you only come out for Tip Tuesdays. That's cool too. Some folks don't come here every day. Some people come when they can, and maybe Tip Tuesday is your day. Well, you may have other I had a family member that I discovered loves photography. And it was so much fun. I said, okay, you need to be tuning in on our Tip Tuesdays. Or make sure you go and look at some of the repeats. I know you can. I'm going to start chaptering our YouTube channel so that way you can easily go straight to the lesson. I know we do politics and we do a lot of other stuff in the beginning, but you can go straight to the lessons. So I'm going to start chaptering all of those touch-based daily Tip Tuesdays. So that way you know exactly where to go. And you don't have to, you can avoid all the chatter. Let's see here, because all about you guys. Let's see here. I do Prime Days overwhelming, yada yada. Let's see here. Good morning, RLP family. Happy choice day. Really? Choice day. Tuesday. What is a happy Oh, I get it. Tuesday. Got it. Okay, I'm a little slow. Sorry about that. Chris, maybe come over to Hawaii in December. The winter surf on the North Shore is super fun. Uh, if I ever go to the West Coast, if I ever am I if I ever get the chance to go to Hawaii, I will do that. I definitely will do it. I will photograph surfers. There is a lot to unpack with the info keeping issue, and my background runs deep. Will apply to be on the show. Thank you, Chris. I would love to hear from you. And Derek T is in the building. Mr. T Tuggle is in the building. Okay. And so let me go over a couple of headlines. I think I got everyone's greetings. I'm greeting everyone. We're all caught up. Okay. So there's a couple of headlines that we do need to look at. One is, here's one that's really casual. And let me see here. I meant to put my little T there. Hold on a second. There we go. Got a little T there. Got to put that T in there. Okay, there we go. The impact of human-caused climate changes are so overwhelming, they're actually messing with the time, according to new research on CNN. This was interesting. I know this is just like trivia information, but it is good information in that because the glaciers are melting on the earth and the sea level is rising, the rotation of the earth is slowing down. Who knew? The rotation of the earth by milliseconds, but nonetheless, milliseconds add up and it's changing our time. Another reason why we need to worry about global warming, or we should say not global warming, but climate change. Climate change will be affecting and is affecting our time. Did you know that? That's so when you hang out at your next networking event, you could bring that subject up. Go to CNN. They have a good little article on it. It's really good under the climate change tab. I know I'm a nerd. I read this kind of stuff. Also in the news, the U.S. House passed a nationwide proof of citizenship bill last week, but President Joe Biden has already indicated he'll veto it if it comes to his desk, because what it does is segments the population, and also it will prevent people from voting. Now, this is why I always say, that's why Elise always says, that's why everyone in this community who is a core person in this community will continue to say, if your vote did not matter, they wouldn't be working hard to stop you from voting. They would not be putting all these obstacles in your way to vote if your vote did not matter. Trying to pass bills so that people can't vote. Guys, get out and vote. The only way you can overcome these crackpots is to definitely go out and vote. Can I say that again? They would not be working hard for you not to vote or to stop you from voting if your vote did not matter. Your vote matters. And I would like to challenge everyone, make sure you tell your mama, your grandmama, your great-grandfather, mama, your children that can vote, your neighbor that can vote. They need to get out and vote. And make sure right now in this period, as we go, before we get into elections, they need to check that they are on the rolls. They need to contact their, I forgot what office it is. I think you can go online. You just go online. I think it's vote. I think also you just go into Democrat Democracy. But definitely go online, just go and vote, and you can find out if you're still on the rolls. But check your situation when it comes to you being able to vote come this November. It is important. And this is, and I know we say, it's like a cliche, this is the biggest vote of your life. Because if democracy slips from our hands, it will take a lifetime to gain it back. It will not be in your lifetime that you get it back. Say that again. It will not be in your lifetime that democracy will return. Okay, so anyway, just had to go there. Oh, yes, Lisa, you would have to go there. Speaking of last night, did you guys see Amber Rose last night? Ridiculous, says Lisa. Well, how about this? Did you guys see the RNC convention? Did you guys see the convention last night? It was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. So many lies, so many distorted truths. So many just embellishments of a reality that we do not know. And yeah, so obviously I look at just the clippings of it. I did try to look at it, and I had Fifi on the phone. We were looking at it together. She was on the phone, I was on the phone, and we were looking at some of the speeches, and it was horrific. It was horrifying. Guys, if you want to know what kind of America you're going to have, you might want to listen to the RNC. You might want to listen to the RNC, but make sure you pour yourself a glass of truth, because you're going to need it to debunk everything that they're saying. Oh, holy moly. Holy, can I just say it one more time? Holy moly. It was crazy. It was crazy last night. Lee says, we need the presidency, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. That's right. Think all three. We need all branches. We need blue up and down the ticket, as they say. Oh, yes, Omar. Hawaii is so expensive. Lisa says she was definitely paid. How is going to have a whole organization about women and then campaign for the candidate who took away women's rights? As some of y'all like to say, that one. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And again, I will say, as a former Republican, because this Republican Party is not a Republican Party, it's a cult. The evidence is, there's many levels of evidence that it's a cult. The Republican Party is no longer, Republican Party is dead. And this does not look good. Anytime you have Black people, women, Spanish, I should say Hispanic, Asian folks following these fools, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Oh, yes, indeed. Something's wrong. Okay, let me go what you guys are saying in here. La 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 la. Tom said he watched a little, but just couldn't with that. See, yeah, it was brutal. It was brutal to watch. Lisa says Lisa's going in here. Right, lies. They're just lies. Thank you, Lise. Thank you, Elise. for bringing me in contact with just putting it out there. Nothing but a campaign of lies. The RNC. I have thoughts, but I'm keeping it cute. Says Jazzy. Jazzy says she's keeping it cute. Hey, I am is in the building. I am Miss Reese's is in the building. So good to see you. It was a night of lies and not non-fact checking by the media. Oh, oh yes, and that song, yes, the Star Spangled Banner. Oh yes, it was a horror show. It was horrible. Jazzy says 435 seats are up for grabs. All of them matter. Vote blue, y'all. Vote blue. Amber says has been on one for Amber has been on one for a moment, but I'm going to ignore her. Yeah, that was a little bad with Amber, whatever her name is, Amber Rose. Okay, what time? It's time. It's time to teach. It's time for some learning. It's time for some education. It's time for some education. Let me get this presentation set up for you all, since I did go rogue a little bit in sharing some other stuff with you all, but I am ready. I am going to go there. Let's see, where are we there? Are we there? Okay, there we go. I am going there. Here we go. Let me get rid of this. And let me get rid of that RNC thing because we don't need that. And today's lesson is how to find good natural light in photography. It is my favorite topic to talk about. It is the favorite thing I love to talk about when I have my students. It is, and since for those that don't know, let me just put that out there for you. If you're interested in lessons, make sure you reach out to me. Photograph your world. It is something I like to do. I love teaching photography. I love teaching. Now, I give you the basics, and then you definitely will work towards becoming an advanced person. But my job is to make sure you know all the basics, and we will go through it at your pace and at your time. So make sure if you're interested, reach out to me. We can set up some tutoring classes and go at your pace. Okay, just wanted to share that with you. Okay, I think I got everything in. Okay, how to find good natural light in photography. It is one of my favorite subjects. Okay, there we go. Am I going to get this in right? Okay, where did she go? Where did she go? Oh, what happened? Oh, wait, what's going on? No. Okay, here we go. Hold on, hold on. Okay, what is happening? Oh, there you are. There you are. There we go. Look how nice that looks. You see how nice it I'm getting better with these graphics. Okay, today let's talk about one of the most crucial elements of photography, natural light. Here are some tips to help you find and use natural light effectively. Next one. There we go. Here we go. And it's like it's a little slow. I don't know why it's a little slow, but it's a little slow. It should be going. Come on, come on, come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. There we go. Golden hour magic. Now, you've heard me talk about this a lot of times if you are in this community. If you've been following me since Instagram, since we were on Instagram, and again, if you're on Instagram, come on over to YouTube, subscribe and like. You get a better experience. This is not such a small little graphic. If you look, Instagram is very small, but if you're on YouTube, you got a full you could put this on your television and look at it, or your tablet, or your whatever. Okay, golden hour magic. It is I love this subject. It is one of my favorite times to go out and photograph. There are two times for photographers. And one is called the blue hour, which we won't get into today. But one is definitely this. The number one is called the golden hour magic or the golden hour. The best time to shoot are during the golden hour, shortly after sunrise and just before sunset. The light is soft, it's warm and flattering, perfect for portraits and landscapes. And there was an old joke that I learned from a photographer years ago, and he said, everyone looks good at the golden hour. Everyone looks good at the golden hour. If you, I'm being facetious. If you have someone that's not so attractive and you want to photograph them, wait till the golden hour. Everybody looks good in the golden hour. Can I get a witness by my photographer friends out there? Everyone looks good during the golden hour. I'll get to your comments after. Yes. Oh, let me see what you guys got going on over here. Right? Everyone looks good during the golden hour. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And I think she will pop up. Okay. I gotta click on it twice. There we go. The next one, I learned, I think I did I learn I think I learned this one from Omar watching one of his videos years ago. Cloudy days are your friends. Overcast skies act like a giant softbox, diffusing the sunlight and reducing harsh shadows. This is great for even lighting and capturing details. Cloudy days is a photographer's best friend. It's contraire to what people think. Most people think, oh, it's a bright sunny day. Oh my gosh, it's a great time to go out and take a photo. No. The best time to go out and take a photo is a cloudy day. The cloudy days are where you want to go. Less shadows, no shadows. There are no shadows. Everybody looks good on cloudy days. No sun hitting the brow, causing shadows under the eyes. Yes, no harsh shadows. Cloudy days. I love when I see a cloudy day. A cloudy day is when I get excited and go out with my camera. A cloudy day. Clouds are divine. They are truly, I know I'm sounding like I'm preaching here. I get excited for a cloudy day. I run out into the streets on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day, I take my camera, I go to the coffee shop across the street, and I do some work while I'm working. I have my camera with me, and I'm just watching people as they walk the streets, and I might get a good shot, or I might walk out the door of the coffee shop and say, hey, may I take your picture? Cloudy days are my inspirations. I do love my golden hour, right? My golden hour is beautiful, but there's something about a cloudy day. Cloudy days. I see some folks are chiming in here with that. Oh, look at here. Look at here. Well, first of all, Michael's talking about he said, well, will that pop up on the screen? Okay, Mike says, one of my favorite times is golden and blue hour. We'll talk about blue hours another day, but that's great for architecture. Also, I love window light. Okay, I see Trish. Trish, we're gonna cover that. She says, I love window light. Place your person by a window. We're gonna talk about that. Tom says, one of the best things about living on the coast, clouds every morning. That's right, the West Coast, you guys get a lot of clouds, especially the Northwest. And the further north you go, the more clouds you get. The fog, the clouds. That's why so many great photos are taken in Oregon. Great photos are in north of Seattle, up in the mountains. Vancouver, great photography area because of those beautiful morning clouds. Yes, Chris says, Only if you get the white balance right, the golden hues doesn't always suit. Cloud cover is good, helping us out at times. Okay, I got you, Chris. G says, good morning. Clouds provide amazing diffused light. You notice how people get excited. Photographers get excited about clouds, right? Love the Trish says she loves the golden hour. Okay, making sure we get these in here. Okay, I got you all. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Here we go. Now, if you are a little more advanced in your smartphone or you want to take pictures, use reflectors. If you're shooting in direct sunlight, use a reflector to bounce light back onto your subject. This helps fill in shadows and create a balanced exposure. So, guess what? I just so happen, let me see if I can bring this up. I just so happen to have a diffuser, one of my diffusers. I have several sizes, but this one is like a traveling diffuser. Now, I'm going to open it up. And we photographers, we love these little babies. Looks like a Jiffy Pop, right? Looks like a Jiffy Pop, but it does something for us. And reflecting the light is what is so important. Like the sun is now behind the individual, but now you want that light to bounce onto the face of the individual, and you do, voila, a diffuser. A diffuser. Also has reflections on the back too, but this is a diffuser, and you're saying, wow, I don't need a flash. No, a lot of times you don't need a flash, especially when you are capturing natural light. Oh. Tom says, are you going to give a tutorial on how to fold it back up? You know, when I first when I first learned how to pop these babies out, and it took a while to learn how to fold these things back. But there it goes. You see how nice that was? I fold that back. See how easy it is when you do this for work every day. But it's that simple. But it takes a lot of work. When you first start, you're like, what the how do I do this? What's going on? Anyway, a diffuser. It reflects the light. The sun is either on the left or the right or behind the person, like behind the person, right? Or it could be bright light coming off of a building on the left or the right. And now you want to reflect the shadows to cover it, to fill in the shadows on the other side of the face of the person. So you use your your reflector for different purposes. Those little guys also have diffusers. You pull off the coat, the jacket off of it, and then it has like a sheen, so you can put it over your subject and it becomes a diffuser when you don't have clouds. 3 in 1. Anyway, those are called reflectors. Okay, back to the lesson. Oops. Oh, there we go. There we go. And next, I go back to that mode right there. So, next one. Find open shade. Find open shade. When the sun is high and harsh, look for open shade, like under a tree or next to a building. This provides softer light while still being bright enough for great shots. So, you just so happen that you have to have a photo shoot in the middle of the day. The beauty about New York City is that we have lots of buildings, lots of tall buildings, and lots of buildings that reflect. So we have a lot of buildings that have limestone. We have a lot of buildings that have glass. We have a lot of buildings that have different tints. Nonetheless, we can avoid harsh light by capturing the light reflecting off the building. Does that make sense? The light is from the sun is hitting the building. We don't want the direct sunlight. We want the light that's coming off of the building to light our subject. Okay? That makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Right? There you go. Yeah. This is what Tom says. Tom says, all those buildings make giant light wells. Yes. New York City, we're lucky to have so many tall buildings. Now, if you live in farm country, it's going to be very hard to avoid the noonday sun. But if you live in a city like New York or Chicago or LA or Atlanta, there are some tall buildings. And those buildings can be reflectors of light. And they will make your subject look more beautiful when you photograph them. Okay. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, next. This is what Trish said. Window light. When I have my personal clients, my clients who are usually actors, I have to say, most of them are, that I invite them into my home studio and I photograph them with the lights and all that other stuff in my home studio. And what I love, if they are here during the day or it's daylight, which is normally the case, I like to walk them over to the window and get some window light shots, right? Because it's so beautiful when light is coming in from the windows. Especially I live in an area where there's so much bright light. I have skyscrapers in front of my house. The light reflects off the skyscrapers into my house. So that works for me. But it could be you could be like just hanging out and just the beauty of the light just in general. You don't need buildings reflecting. But anyway, let me just read what it says. Indoors window light. Indoors use natural light from windows. Position your subject near a window with diffused light for beautiful, soft illumination. There you go. So you say, bring your subject to the window. Put the chair by the window. Right? Put the stool by the window. There's something beautiful about those kind of portraits. Them looking out into the window, them looking out into the light, and you snap that beautiful photo, and they're so well lit coming from the window. And then you might want to throw in a little diffuser to kind of like on the opposite side of their face, bring in some light from the window that's bouncing off onto their face to fill in the shadows a little bit. And Tom says, thank you, Tom. Tom says, northern windows, good light all day. That's right. No harsh light. No harsh light coming in on the north-facing window. The north-facing window gets no direct light. I mean, that's why some of my plants are right here on my north window. Because they cannot handle direct light. But yeah, you have good, soft, beautiful light. If you can find your northern light, it's going to be consistent for the hours that you are photographing your subject. So window light is important. Thank you, Tom, on that northern light suggestion. That light is constant. That light is consistent. It's not changing. I see here, Chris says, creating and recreating northern lighting quality is where it's at. That's right. The north light is perfect light. Okay, next. So here's some pictures. Sorry about it. Got one more, I think it is. Hold on. There's one more. There's one more. And this I learned from my mentors at my mentor Seth and a couple of folks, mainly Seth and Daniel from Adorama. They always said, experiment with angles. Move around your subject to see how the light changes. Sometimes a slight change in angle can make a big difference in how the light falls on your subject. The joke was, don't get your model to move. You need to move around your model. You need to move around your subject. You need to get them in a position, and then you find the angles as you are photographing them. Don't just stand in one place and take the photo. Take the photo from different angles, and you might discover a better look or a better light by changing your position, right? So don't stay in one place. Move around, go to the left, go to the right, and you might discover a better photo. Okay, there you go. And I see, Chris brings up a good point here. He says, see paintings from Dutch artists as prime examples, like Rembrandt's. And who's the other? There's a bunch of them, and my brain will freeze as I try to sort them out for my art class. Some of the foundations that I've learned in photography have been pulled from classic art. So one of the things that some photographers will suggest, if from their classes, is to take time. I guess that's why I love galleries. I go to the galleries a lot. I love museums. Because you're able to, what's the word? You're able to see some of the classic images or works of art in how the subject is sitting and how the painter, because there was no photography back then, the painter paints the subject and how they try to mimic the light. And that's how you get these beautiful, amazing works of art. Art is a great teacher. So don't be just what they call one form of media. Look at other arts. I love cinema photography. I love watching movies for the photography, the cinema photography. I go to movies really to see how light is being played with in a movie. I love scenes of the changing light and how they highlight the person speaking or wherever the thought is, the subject. So look at other mediums. Look at other mediums for inspiration. But again, experiment with angles. Experiment with angles. I see here in the chat box here, you guys are sharing. You guys are sharing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Tom agrees with Chris and says yes, Chris, they knew what they were doing. See also. Okay, Trish says also spin your subject till the light is optimum. So you might have to move your subject for that, just to get the position, spin them into the best light. And then from there, you work your way around the subject or the person you're taking a photo of. Look at that. Look at that chiming in. I love when photographers are learning and sharing from one another. This is how we grow. Ron, every face has its angles and angles that flatter and hurt. Is up to us to find it. Woo! Say, Chris, Chris. I like that. Let's say that again. Can we say that again? Every face has its angles or angle or angles that flatters and hurts. It is up to us to find it. And you know what's interesting about some actors, let's say some actors and some musicians, but mostly famous people that are like really famous and that do lots of photography, like covers of books and yada, yada, yada. They know their best side. They will tell you, I know my best side. It's the left. I know my right angle. They know their angles. There's certain models I work with, and they know their angles. They know, put the chin this way, down to the floor, looking up to the side, to the left. They know their angles. If you happen to be interested in becoming more photographic, being photographic, let's just say more photographed for people in the future, getting yourself ready for that. Know your angles. You'll save your photographer a lot of times. Oh, this is my angle. Okay. Anyway, I just want to throw that in there as we close. Okay. Okay. I see more in there. Benefits of formal art. Chris says one more on this topic of benefits of formal art and art history education. I love that I study art. 2 years of art classes in college. That's what made me who I am today. Part of it. Okay, next, let's go. And there's some more photos. I'm gonna share there's more photos here. And the thing is, we're catching the light, catching the light, catching the light. Okay, and I think we have it. There was one more. There we go. Should she come up? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I'm gonna pull this out. That's it for this week's Tip Tuesday. Remember, the key to mastering natural light is practice and observation. Keep experimenting and have fun capturing those perfect moments. Happy shooting. Okay, guys, I hope that works out for you all. We are near the end of our time, and I want to be respectful of your time and get you out of here, back to getting here using these hours versus going into overtime, unless there's something really big happening. What's going on, Prince? Prince is in the building. Good day. Good morning here in New York. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. I hope you learned something today. Did you learn anything today? Did you find this educational? Did you find this rewarding? Again, if you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and share it, especially with someone that wants to know photography. That's why I do this. I could just simply say, I don't have time to do this with people, but I do it because it helps someone. And there's lots of folks that want to know how to do photography. That's why I'm here. So share it. Share it. People have to pay for lessons. And someone's giving you lessons. Learn, take it, and share it. Don't just keep it to yourself. Share it. Share it with others. Okay. And I see Jazzy says, great tips. Great tips. Thanks, Ron. You're welcome. Thank you. And Michael says, great tips, my friend. He says, dope. Dope. Yes. Okay, guys, we're out of here. Guys, have a wonderful Tuesday. Get out there. Stay cool if you're in the heat zones. And I will see you tomorrow. And there we go. And we go. Now.